what's going on, y'all? It is DJ Xolani here, and I'm back with another fabulous episode of Who's the DJ?
Hey.
And who's the DJ this time? Me.
I know that's right.
But no, I'm doing something a little different here. I have we gonna call her the she's kind of been recruited as the new co-host, or at least one of them. It's gonna be like a number of people co-hosting with me, and we got Jasmine here, y'all.
Hey,
everybody say what's up to Jasmine. We can't hear it, but say what's up in the comments below. To say what's up, Jasmine. Put it in the comments. And also, before we get started, make sure you like the video. I don't care if you don't like it. Just hit thumbs up anyway, but you gonna like it. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Here we go.
Subscribe.
Let's kick it off. What's the word, Jasmine?
What's good, DJ Xolani? It's Jasmine J.
Jasmine
I'm
J.
Here.
Jasmine 100.
I'm here. Jasmine 100 for sure. That's me on IG. But I'm here, and I have the pleasure of getting to interview you today because who the DJ is DJ Xolani.
Oh.
So let's talk about it.
First of all, finally, we get me and Jasmine in front of the camera together.
Yep. Shout out to that.
I've done everything from Who's the DJ to extended Who's the DJ to CC Go. And now we finally got me and Jasmine on the camera, y'all.
Facts.
Yeah, so we just kind of shooting the breeze today, you know, just getting some of this word out for Who's the DJ, and I'm the DJ today, so I guess we gonna be chatting about that, and
yeah. But before we do that, before we dig into all the details about DJ Xolani, let's just talk about who the DJ, period, the idea behind it, the music, and all of that. So
right.
Together, DJ Xolani and some of the other DJs, Joel, some people here at CCN, we're trying to kick off of Who the DJ, and that be a podcast as well as an event where we get to tribute DJs, producers, just people who did legendary things in the music industry.
Right.
And I love that because I'm a fan of music. In my heart, I'm a DJ. I just don't know how to DJ. Like, I don't know how to do it on the turntable and stuff like that. But I am a true fan of music, and I use music
gonna learn you one day.
Yeah, one day. Actually, I tried to sit down with this man, and he tried to show me. And he's a real DJ. He's not one of these new age computerized. Like, he's counting the beats in his head, and it was very overwhelming. So I never went back for a second class.
Well, damn.
It's a great thing. No, it's not a horrible teacher. It's that you're going to do it the real way. I want to be a fake DJ. I want to be the new age app type DJs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have to count the music and nothing like that.
There's some DJ that was just at Coachella that, and I'll have more information on this, but apparently they did not do well at all because they were, faking the set, and something didn't go right at Coachella, and the whole internet is talking about it.
No, you can't do that now. If you're gonna be one of these, if you're gonna be a fake DJ, and I don't want to call it fake, but if you're gonna be modernized or whatever you want to call it, don't go and book nothing huge that you know you can't do. You know, I just want to be able to put on good music here at CCN, or maybe like a little private party. Right. You know, just because I enjoy music to that level. Well, but this ain't about me. This is about you. The crazy part about it
is a lot of those big festivals, they actually are playing pre-recorded sets. They're not DJing live.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what's up with it. You know, but yeah, a lot of times they're not DJing live. And some of them, a lot of them are producers and they get booked as DJs. So
let's talk about that. Tell me the difference. Like, the difference between a producer and a DJ.
Okay, so there's differences, and then they sometimes
have similarities.
Kind of meet in the middle. Yeah. But the producer is the person that they're in the studio and they are making the music. Like they're putting together whatever the drum patterns, synths, all the sounds. They're making the music, or they are the person that's organizing the music for like bands and musicians like that. So it may be something new school, like how we see producer normally, Kanye West, Pharrell, that type, or it can be traditional stuff going back to Barry Gordy putting it all together, and maybe he's not the one playing the notes, but he's saying, okay, this needs to sound like this, that needs to sound like that. The DJ, we are the ones that we are live at an event and we are playing pre-recorded music, but we are mixing it with other songs, almost kind of creating new songs on the spot, but not like recording them, even though, we are recording our DJ sets. Now, sometimes I would say, in my opinion, some of the best producers started off as DJs. So you think of people like Timbaland, Jermaine Dupri, we just had Dilla Day, things like that. These are people who started off as DJs, end up being like the best producers ever.
So let me ask you, speaking of that, I want to ask you about DJ Screw, right? Okay. Because we just had a celebration for him this weekend. And in doing that event, I learned so much about DJ Screw. And I'm from the city of Houston, born and raised right here in Houston, Texas. And I've known about DJ Screw forever, but the history behind it and who he really was as a person, I learned a lot in preparing for this event.
Right.
So how do we label him? Because I felt like it's a little bit of both. Like, he was making beats and allowing people to, rap on those tracks, and he was a DJ. So like, where?
So from my understanding of DJ Screw is that, of course, his approach was as a DJ, but he created an entire different way of DJing.
Yeah.
We were, we had all... Well, I say we, but he actually died a little bit before I started DJing. But traditionally as DJs, we already were doing like different tricks and, even the chop aspect of it, we were doing that. But then he said, okay, let's slow it down. Let's put some reverb on it. And what was different about that too is that he would have these guys and just have them just going and flowing for seemed like forever. And I don't know if it was the drink that had him going, but so he, in a way, he crafted his own sound.
Yeah, for sure.
That became a worldwide thing. And, there's always things to learn about DJ Screw. So whatever I thought I knew as well, it's like, okay, I'm learning more. I'm actually getting to talk with the people who knew him,
were there,
who worked with him.
That was around. I remember one guy was telling me that he had went out to the military, and when he came back, he went by there to see DJ Screw, and he couldn't believe the amount of cars, like streets full from this man's house of cars, and all these rappers and gangsters, whatever you want to call them, were outside of DJ Screw's house. And he said his initial thought was he was selling drugs, just like the police, everybody. Like, he got to be selling drugs. So they raided his home. All they found was
just tapes.
I just think that's so amazing. Like, man, these people were lined up to rap on his beats or whatever, however you call it, for his tune. People wanted to come and spit a flow on DJ Screw tape. So,
but when they did that, these people became worldwide legends. Like, and from what I know, that's the part to him that was important.
Yep.
He wasn't so much like, hey, I need to be known for this shit.
Actually, they say he didn't want to be known for this. Like, he's very behind the scenes, didn't want all the accolades that came with it.
So even just me thinking, okay, during his time, I was a kid in St. Louis, and we was just, okay, whatever was on the radio, whatever was on BET, MTV, or even the box. And I'm like, okay, so wait a minute. I'm piecing it together. I'm like, oh, that person came from Screw? That person came from Screw too? Okay, okay, all of these people came from Screw? Okay, this person didn't come from Screw, but then they started working with Screw? Okay.
And I brought all that up to show like the power of music and the power that DJs really have, in doing that, because music is a worldwide thing, and when it's something that people are attracted to, like, it goes everywhere. And I remember asking my sister about it. I was like, "Did you know?" Because she was around during that time when all that was popping off, and I was like, "Did you know that it was going to be worldwide?" Like, when you hear people like T-Pain and all of them chopping Screw their songs to today, like, how does that feel to you? And she was like, she knew from the very beginning when that sound first came out and how organic it was that it would go across the world. So I just think that just gives a lot of power to DJs.
It does. It does. And just really thinking, even just some of the people who were there, and it's like, okay, I remember such and such from that song. And I guess he was kind of like the headliner there, Youngster. And
I grew up on Youngstar music. I was starstruck.
It was one of them things where it's like we in St. Louis grew up on it, but we, again, not really realizing who was who. Like, oh, want to be a baller. Like, I literally can play that song anywhere at any event. And like, no matter who it is, it can be a room full of white teenagers in New Hampshire, and they want to be a baller.
New Hampshire, yep. It's definitely an international song, man. I and that's what I say about you, y'all. DJ Xolani is like an international DJ. This man can play any type of music. I call you a cruise DJ. Because when you go on a cruise, it's a lot of different people from a lot of different places. Yeah. And so when they go to the little nightclub on a cruise boat, they got to play all kind of music to resonate with different people.
You know, I was trying to get on the cruise ship.
They lost out. Because you definitely
it
can do it.
It wasn't their fault. It was COVID's fault.
Nah, damn you, COVID.
No, I had a booking agent, and we had a press packet kit and all that together. And he was like, okay, yeah, we're about to get you on the ships and whatnot. So literally I remember hitting him up like, okay, so what's up with these ships? And he was like,
COVID.
Fucking pandemic is happening. What are you talking about? Yeah, you right. But it was like before everything was shut down.
Yeah, right before.
And then I actually I got a friend who she works the cruise ships. She's been doing that for quite some time. And she actually had to quarantine on the ships for probably about 2-3 months. It was a long time.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That's a bit much. I went on a cruise 5 days, like cool. Like it's enough time to get away, have a good time. But by day 5, I was ready to go back to port.
They were on the ships and they couldn't leave. They were docked. So it wasn't like, okay, they still got to tour the world or anything. It was just
on the boat, just living on the boat. Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely I feel like with you and the way you DJ, I've been to several events that you've been a DJ at, whether I went to the event or you were the in-house DJ for us, but several different types of events.
Okay.
And you rock out each time. And it blows my mind. I'm like, this man here, he can play whatever for whatever vibe you're going for. So how did you build up your catalog to be able to do that? Or how did you get to where you are as a DJ?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's see. Well, way back in 2001.
That is way back. That's 23 years ago.
That's 23 years ago. And I'm going to think positively about that 23 years ago.
I know that's right.
But no, I was taught the basics, and kind of like you said, I'm counting beats, and that's what I was taught. I was taught. I had a wristwatch, and my mentor, he was like, "Okay, count to 60 seconds, and how many beats you find in that 60 seconds, and that's how you count the beats per minute."
And let me tell you why that's so special, because you're able to mix songs that I've never heard mixed together. And mix may not be the word. You have to give me the right DJ lingo.
But that would be it.
You're able to mix songs that's like, oh my God, but once I hear it, and when you gave me that little lesson about counting the beats, it makes sense. If this song has this many beats per minute, this song has this many beats per minute, then it's just up to you to mix it the right way. And I've heard you mix some of the songs that you would never imagine.
That's the basis of it. Once I learned that, it was like, okay, I can mix any song, because whatever song it is, I'm hearing the tempo, and even when the tempo changes in songs, because especially if you got like songs that weren't like made digitally, live bands, these are humans playing them. It's not a machine that's keeping the tempo. So the tempo may shift a little bit, without them even, doing
it intentionally. Yeah.
Or they may intentionally do it because they have the freedom and space to do it. If you just program in a drum machine, it's that tempo for the song unless you somehow switch it up. But you know, a jazz musician, they just going with the flow.
So let me ask you this: have you ever done a mix and shocked the shit out of yourself?
I'm sure I have. It's been some where I'm like, wait a minute, like, damn, I wish I would have recorded that. Like, and I do have some signature blends that I do.
What's a few of them?
Let's see. And I'll be telling the secrets.
No secrets.
But I can tell them because I do them, and I have my way of doing them. So I have
That's a fact.
Let's see. I do this blend of Love's Train by Confunction. It is shout out to this technology that we're using with Serato stems. But I take Love's Train and blend it with the drums from Indica Badu from Logic. So, and then I'm kind of just playing around with different sounds from each. So I may have Love's Train, but it's like the vocals and the bass line. But then I say, okay, I'm going to take the drums and the strings and synths from this other song and put them together.
He just did a math problem, okay, y'all? I don't know what the hell he's talking about. But that's amazing how you able to do that. Like, how is your mentor, let me slow this down.
Okay.
Because I get so excited because it's amazing to me. But I know you had a mentor that taught you how to count beats, this and that.
Right.
But do you feel like you were born with a love for music like before this? Because I know you could be mentored, but it has to be something in you to be able to take that mentorship and make it to what you're able to do today.
Yeah. I think the love for music was always there. And I think that's where it starts with most DJs is we love music. How do we get to do that? The mentor just teaches you the technicality of it. They just teach you, okay, this is how you blend one song with another. This is how you start changing tempos and speeds. This is how you start listening for different keys and things like that. I did have a, music experience before then. I'd always been in like performing arts schools and music programs, dance programs. So once I got to DJing, it was like, okay,
yeah, you're
this
definitely
piano. I'm coming over here.
I know that's why you definitely are
words to the wise. Don't drop the piano. Keep doing the piano.
Don't stop doing piano for DJing.
Do both.
So speaking of that, right? Because since I've been knowing you, I've learned that you're way more than just a DJ. You're a great, fantastic DJ, y'all. I'm telling you. You haven't had DJ Xolani to do one of your events, that's on you. But outside of DJing, what are some of the other things that you're able to do in the creative space, from anything production-wise or just creativity as a whole?
Well, being a DJ, that exposed me to other parts of, I guess, the whole industry of things. One of my mentors, he did a lot of work as a sound engineer. So that had always interested me. So I said, okay, well, I want to do that too. So we've got to a point to where we kind of just been like showing each other stuff with sound engineered things. But he would always, okay, I'm going to go run some sound at this show. You want to come with me? Okay, cool.
So what type of shows have you been able to do sound engineering for? What type of industries or whatever?
Well, definitely lots of concerts, some conferences, other DJs.
You ever done church?
I've done a church. During the pandemic, that was, of course, you couldn't go inside buildings. So a guy that I was partnered with at the time, his church wanted to do some drive-in kind of like block party type church. So I said, okay, yeah, we can do that. So yeah, I took my sound system that you see that I bring here all the time, and we set up church outside.
That's amazing, Xolani. So you got DJing, you got sound engineer. What else?
I got some photography things.
Now we getting into this camera stuff.
I don't know. For some reason, like us DJs, half of us are photographers.
I'm noticing that a lot of people do multiple things. We had a comedy show here last week, and I saw the guy that was doing the videography. So I walked up to him. I'm like, hey, let us know you need any lights, extension cords, anything extra, let us know.
And then
he's like, okay, no problem. Next thing you know, he is a comedian. He's the second comedian on stage. I'm like, what the hell? I'm looking, I'm like, why does he look so familiar? Then when he got off stage, he went to check the cameras. And I was like, so after the show, I told him, you're the coolest dude ever. You're a comedian and a videographer. Like I don't know how common that is. Hey. But for DJs, you said a lot of DJs are photographers.
We're always kind of like there with photographers. If we're doing weddings, it's like okay, I would say the two most important vendors at the wedding is the DJ and the photographer. Everything has to go like we are in charge of the timeline. So. And I've done both at weddings, so I'm like, okay, I understand.
At the same time?
Not at the same time.
I'm about to say, man, how the hell are you playing songs and capturing all the best moments?
No, those are two entirely different monsters of work at a wedding, especially. So
yeah, weddings.
You won't see me doing them at the same time, but it's kind of like a thing of I'm available for something. Like, okay,
for sure.
You need a DJ, I'm available. Okay, I'm not doing anything that night. I'm not DJing, but they need a photographer. Okay, cool. All right, well, they don't need any of that. They got a DJ already. Well, does the DJ got a sound system? No. Okay, well, cool. We gonna run sound for the DJ.
Sound engineering, DJing, photography. Is there anything else?
That's the main thing right now.
I see you around here with an iPad and lights. So what is that?
You know what? I guess I am. I haven't really got like into lighting design like that, but it's just a thing that I include some lights with my DJ setups.
Are you interested in light design?
Kind of. Like I have a vision for what I want to see for lighting. I'm not like I want to go and run the lights.
Gotcha.
So, but. It is kind of like a thing of, okay, I got to learn that so I know how to set up the lights.
So look, I have some questions to learn just a little bit more about DJ Xolani, right? Because I already know that wasn't the name you originally started off with.
No.
So if you don't mind taking us through your journey of DJ names.
It is a journey of DJ names. I promise y'all I am not Puffy, okay?
Because he did go through a few names, and we know where he's at today. So
okay, and it's kind of like a thing of based on what someone calls me, I know like okay, that's a day one. Like they've been there that long, or maybe that's a day two. Like they came along, they've been supporting for this amount of time. But we'll get that started. So let's see. I started DJing when I was 14. I was interested at 13. I had some twists in my hair, and some people said, okay, a guy's kind of crazy. So it originally was going to be DJ Twisted. I shortened it to Twist. So that was my original DJ name.
DJ Twisted.
Yeah, like this monk, a Twisted.
It's Twisted. But, so then it changed to DJ Twist. So that was your original startup.
Yeah, DJ Twist. From first 10 years, it was DJ Twist. Then I moved to Nashville.
Tennessee?
Yeah, a little bit before my 10 years, like a few months before then. And I said, okay, well, I want to rebrand myself out here. Like I want to build a bigger, more different brand. And I was advised, I was thinking about a name change, and I was kind of giving advice like, hey, if you want to do the name change, you do it now. And I was like, okay, I want to be more professional about it. So I started using my legal name and turned that into the DJ name, which was DJ Carmine.
DJ Carmine.
So I know anybody calls me DJ Carmine, they are from Nashville. Anybody call me DJ Twist, they can be from St. Louis or Virginia.
All right. So then where did Mr. Xolani come from?
So about 4 years into that, 4 or 5 years into that, I started kind of, I guess, going through a cultural change within myself. So I said, okay, I'm learning more about like the roots, the African culture, or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I want to get more connected to that. So we even had a naming ceremony, which I DJ'd and produced that one too, and lights. But
trying to tell y'all about this man,
and was the narrator.
Jesus, man.
But so that's kind of where Xolani came from. I started I adopted the name of Xolani Shakur, or Xolani Tendaji Shakur. And for a while, I was I was kind of on a hiatus as a DJ at that point, like for a few years. But I would still do events here and there. And then like it kind of felt like it was a conflict of being known as I'm Xolani now, but I'm DJ Carmine. So I went and just said, okay, I'm DJ Xolani now. And now just kind of like, fuck it, whatever you want to call me, I'll answer to any of those.
That's funny. Don't answer to anything though. No.
I mean, any of those. Not like if you're like, hey, Mr. Bitch, like
I'm not Mr. Bitch. Okay, so now you're here in Houston, you're DJing, you've hooked up here with us at CCN. What's on the horizon for you, DJ Xolani?
That's a good question. What's on the horizon for me? I don't know. I got some big visions with the DJ things. So I'm getting a lot of experience and practice here. So the DJ Screw event was pretty dope to be a part of. As a sound guy,
pretty dope too.
As a sound guy, because I said, you know what, I was asked if I would want to DJ for it, but I said, I want that to be a Houston thing as far as DJs, like somebody who they came up in the culture, they came up, screwed up, click and all that. Like me, I just know it as an outsider. We watched it on TV. Okay, we was doing the South Side in St. Louis, but not really knowing about it. Like,
not y'all was doing the South Side in St. Louis.
They was talking about their I-10 hauler. I didn't know what I-10 was. I didn't know what none of the 610. Devin the dude talking about Chimney Rock. I didn't know what none of that was. Now I know.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, as a sound engineer though, you thought it was a pretty cool thing.
Oh yeah. It was definitely good being there and seeing people kind of live in their memory and experience of DJ Screw.
Even me, like as being one of the organizers of the event, like at some point I was just, I don't know what I was doing, but I had time to just be still, and I looked around the room, and the way the music had the people feeling, like it was a movement, you know what I'm saying? It was so Houston. I know you're not from Houston, but you know the movement. It was like the body rock. It was so H-Town. Right. And I just was like, man, the power of music, like this is amazing. I mean, like I said,
I'm not from here, but it's like, okay, musically, we got the connection. Because it's like, okay, we've always like Houston rap in St. Louis. Like we go back to Ghetto Boys, like all that, early UGK, all that. So, and for you new UGK fans, we ain't talking about like just big pimping. We talking, we
talking about UGK.
We talking
Look, he trying to pull something.
Pocket full of stones and murder. I don't know. We was little kids up there talking about murder.
Hey, I was a little kid right here in Houston, and I loved it though.
Front, back, and side to side.
Hey.
So we talking about that.
Never
like I said, 25 lighters. Like we ain't
on
know.
My dresser.
We ain't know what was in the 25 lighters. I know now.
What about the original June 27th?
Now, I actually got a breakdown of that I did on my YouTube channel. So it's a sample breakdown. So, which to be honest, I didn't know a whole lot about it. I mean, I knew all the artists on it, I knew about them, but then I was asking people around, okay, what should I do? ideas for a sample breakdown. One of my partners, he said, June 27th is coming up. You should do something about that. And I said, okay, cool. So then I was like, wait a minute, this got like several different samples in it. So I did everything leading up, coming from Isaac Hayes, going into Biggie, going into Criss Cross, going into DJ Screw and Big Mo and all them.
Jesus. Xolani, you are something. So look, Who the DJ is on the horizon, y'all. Y'all have to keep your eyes open. We're going to definitely be doing this podcast, educating people about the history of music, producers, DJs, anybody that influences the music industry. Yeah. And we're going to be throwing these huge events here at CCN Studios where people can actually come play different sets. You know, we did one for Jay Dilla. Yeah. You want to talk about what that was like?
What that was like? That was that was a
vibe for sure.
That was a vibe,
and it inspired how we did the setup for DJ Screw event because it was such a vibe. It was great actually.
Okay, well it all came together. It was and that's one that I was kind of a little nervous to do it. Like it's kind of like the same aspect with DJ Screw. It's like I don't want this to fuck up.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's got to be done a certain way.
The right way, yeah.
And I was like, okay, I feel like, between me and the other DJs, I know we're going to pull this off good. And I think it went very well. And I think, DJ Dazzle had the idea to add the beat makers in there.
And that was a hit. That's why I want to know, like, from you, not as someone that's helping to organize that event, as a DJ who did a playlist, a set at the event. What was that like for you? And then to be on stage with other DJs, y'all all doing it at the same. The shit blew my mind.
Right.
What was that experience like for you?
I just think it's something where, just think if it's somebody you've been wanting to make a tribute for years. Like you've been wanting to do it, and for some reason, like it just never lined up. And you're like, okay, finally I get to go and make a tribute to this person. And it's similar to Screw's legacy, where it's like, okay, the people who know, they know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Then there's people who, okay, they kind of know, but okay, they know the song. They may not know the person behind the song, behind the music. So, but everybody knows these people. Either way it goes.
That's why I was so excited for Who the DJ, the brand of that in its entirety, because it's really an educational piece. Because I didn't know about Jay Dilla like that. I knew more about DJ Screw, of course, than I did about Jay Dilla. But once you started doing the podcast and talking about it, then playing the mix of music that's been inspired by him or written or whatever, all the stuff he played a part of, it blew my mind. I'm like, man, I love this man. Like some of the songs he's inspired are some of my favorite hits of all time.
Yeah. So that definitely felt great to be a part of that. And if somebody else was doing it, I would have just been like, okay, I'm gonna just go and support and be a part of it. Just get me on the lineup. But I said, okay, I don't know who else is doing it. We got the perfect space and opportunity to do it. So
and people pulled up for it too.
They pulled up for it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So Xolani, somebody wants to get in touch with you. They hear that you're one of the best DJs out there. Listen, y'all,
First of all, she's trying to make me crowny.
Y'all. I'm trying to speak. I speak from truth.
She's trying to make me positively crown the internet.
No crying the internet.
I'm good.
But
okay.
I speak a lot from my experiences. I'm not going to blow smoke. If I don't know something about a person, I'm going to let them speak about themselves. But if I have personally experienced it, listen, this is one of the best DJs I've ever listened to. And I mean that. Like, Xolani will have me up dancing all night. Like all night to all different types of music. So for somebody that wants to get that same experience that I have, how can they reach you?
You can visit my website, djxolani.com.
This man got a website. How many? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mess you up. Look at the camera and tell them.
djxolani.com. We're going to put that on the screen right there. We're going to type it in the comments and whatever. So djxolani.com. You can, everybody asks for the gram as soon as they see me. What's the gram? What's the gram? That's Xolani DJ. Xolani DJ. I follow you, you follow me. We'll do it.
Tell them all the different type of stuff they can hit you up for.
Again, of course, you can hit me up for DJ things, specialty events, concerts, performance type events. You say, hey, we want you to do this like special set. Okay, let's do it. Some nightclubs or venues, some lounges, because I'm very particular about what I do. As
you should be.
That's why the message comes across as it does. So you can hit me up for those things. Big sporting events, community events, whatever like that. Photography things. If you need a photographer, a portrait photographer, event photographer, I do that as well. Got a website for that too.
This man here, he ready. He is ready.
You can just hit me up on the gram for that.
We'll put all the stuff in the description.
XS Photography HTX on Instagram.
And there y'all have it. So for Who the DJ, if you out there, you have you are influenced by music, you have great conversation that you can have around the music industry. Maybe there's a DJ or producer that people don't know about, that we need to know about. We need to put spotlight on this. Please let us know. You can email us over at podcast@ccmedia.
What?
I'm sorry, y'all.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Our camera operator.
Wait.
I'm giving out his email, and he just looked up like, what the hell?
Oh, okay. I'm sitting like, that's the email, right?
I was just like, I know that.
Podcast@ccmedia.net, where you can send over ideas or things like that. If you're interested in booking, hit up DJ Xolani. He can give you the link to where you could be a guest on the podcast. Because we definitely want to spotlight more and more people who have influenced the industry.
Absolutely. And again, shout out to the DJs who have taken place with this so far. The homie DJ Dazzle, DJ Flowerhead, DJ Gons, a lot of the DJs that came through. There was so many that came through on Dilla Day. When I saw that podcast, I was like, oh, they were there.
Yeah, man. It was so many people that come through. So shout out to all y'all. Also want to give if you don't mind, can I give out a couple of shout outs?
Yes, please.
Also want to give a shout out to Joel, who works here, but he's a part of this whole idea. And also DJ Top Shelf. Shout out to them because they helped us in curating the whole idea of what we putting together now. So shout out to all the team.
Yeah, and shout out to the big homie DJ Hard Hitter. We
facts,
because I've been collaborating on that show. So whenever that season, the first season of the Hard Hitter show comes out, y'all gonna see me on like the last 3 episodes.
Yep. He definitely made an appearance, but he will definitely be back for season 2. Yeah. And DJ Hard Hitter, when you listen to this, bring your ass up here to Who the DJ.
Yeah. Oh, we got to get Hard Hitter on here, man. Like, come on.
Facts. Well, there y'all have it. Another episode of Who the DJ. I'm closing out, but I'm going to let Xolani do the official closeout. But I appreciate y'all letting me come over here and interview the great DJ Xolani.
No, this is a special request to have you here.
I appreciate that, man. I have a lot of respect for you. I have a lot of respect for music and all the DJs out there doing great things. Shout out to DJ Young Sam, my boy. We're going to get you up here too.
Okay, you're gonna have to tell me about this Young Sam.
Oh yeah, Young Sam. Listen, DJ Young Sam. He's a Slim Thugs tour DJ, but he is a pillar for the Houston DJs. Like he's a community cultivator in the DJ industry. He's always putting more and more DJs on. He is a fantastic DJ as well. When I have big bucks, I go ahead and pull out. Bring Young Sam out. But I'm a big fan of DJ Young Sam and everything he's doing for the community down here in Houston in the music industry.
Okay, yeah, let's rap about Young Sam.
For sure. And he does production. He shoots music videos, everything. This man he's one of us.
Okay.
Facts.
All right.
So go on, take us out, DJ Xolani.
All right. So once again, I already told y'all earlier, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button.
Yep.
Like the video, share it, tell all your people about it. Drop a comment, like say something in the comments. Let's help boost this thing. Let's help support all the community and things like that. And on that note, I'm out. Peace.